الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. You're welcome. Today inshallah ta'ala we want to start the explanation of the book Al-Nahl al-Wadih Bismillah ta'ala, the part 1. Now the first topic is Aljumlatul al-Mufīdah, which means a meaningful sentence. So what is Aljumlatul al-Mufīdah? Aljumlatul al-Mufīdah is a sentence that we make to converse between ourselves. And again, al-jumlatu al-mufida is not a word, but it is a group of words combined together to form a meaningful sentence. Now let's look at what the author of the book, what he says. He says, الجملة أو التركيب الذي يفيد فائدة تامة يسمى جملة مفيدة ويسمى أيضا كلام. Any construction of words that gives adequate meaning is called a meaningful sentence. ويسمى أيضا كلام. And in other side of the meaning of Aljumlatul mufīdah is also called a word. So when we say a word, we are not referring to a particular uh, word like a boy, a girl. No, we are talking about a group of sentence. Because when we say al-kalma in Arabic language, it might mean a word, a singular word, or a group of uh, a group of words. That's why when we say in the Arab, when we say kalmatu shahada, kalmatu shahada doesn't mean a singular word like this. It means a group of la ilaha illallah. So combined together. So when the Arabs when they say kalmatu shahada, they don't mean a singular word. They mean a group of La ilaha illallah. So it's La ilaha illallah. So these are group of words combined together. But despite that, they call it what? They call it al-kalma. They didn't say it is meaningful sentence. Say it is meaningful sentence, but they call it kalma. So when we see kalma in Arabic grammar, it also means a group of words, and sometimes it might mean a singular word. So الجملة المفيدة قد تتركب من كلمتين. So a meaningful sentence can be constructed from two words. So from two singular words. So وقد تتركب من أكثر, and it may be constructed with more than two words. وكل كلمة فيها تعد جزءا منها. And every word in a sentence has its own role that it plays. When we remove that word from that sentence is not going to be meaningful again. So we're going to give an instance and examples reading like that. So let's go back to the examples given. So the first one is Al-Bustanu Jamilu. When we look at this example that they give to us here, using this Al-Bustanu Jamilu, which means the garden is beautiful. The garden is beautiful. Al-Bustan Jamilun. So Al-Bustan is a word, Jamilun is a word. But when we look at this word, we are going to see that one word is explaining the other one. Which one is explaining the other one? Bustan, is it Bustan or is it Jamil? No. Jamil is the one explaining Bustan. So Al-Bustan, the garden, Jamilun is beautiful. So that Jamilun is one qualifying and explaining and telling us about what? About Al-Bustan. So Al-Bustan is going to be called in Arabic grammatical analysis. It is called Ism Mubtada, which means name that starts the sentence. So Al-Bustan Jamilun. Al-Bustan Jamilun. The garden is beautiful. So Jamilun is khabar. So Al-Mubtada is the name that starts. Then the name that came after it and qualifying it is called what? It's called khabarun mubtada. So that means the one that is qualifying the first name that appears in the sentence. So the next example is Al-Shamsu Tali'atun. The sun is shining or the sun is rising. So look at these, you begin to see that something is a word or a name is describing another name. Which one is describing the other one? We have Tali'atun, we have Shamsu. So which one is describing? So Tali'atun is describing what a Shamsu. So Tali'atun is telling us about a Shamsu, that the sun is rising. So the third one is Shamma Aliyun Wardatan. Shamma Aliyun Wardatan. Aliyun smell the flower. So again see that the first, or let me say the two examples that he gave means that they have two words in them. So in two sentences means that they have two words in them. So the first one is Lisan Jamil, Ustan Jamil, that's two words. We have Shamsu Taliatun, so we have two words in that one. So when we look at this one, you can see that Shamma Aliyun Wardatan. You can see that three words appear in this sentence, which are Shamma Aliyun Wardatan. Ali smell the the flower. So what are we trying to say in this aspect is that Aljumlatul mufīdah, a meaningful sentence, can be constructed with two words or more than two words. Like the one we see in this place, you see Shamma, that's the first one, Aliyun, the second one, the third one is what? The word written. So let's go to the next example given. So that's Qatafa Muhammadun Zaharatan. Qatafa Muhammadun Zaharatan. Muhammad caught a flower. So you can see that in that sentence we have three words. You can see that's Qatafa Muhammadun Zaharatan. Muhammad caught the flower. So let's go to the next one, which is number 5. يعيش السمك في الماء. يعيش السمك في الماء. The fish lives in the water. The fish lives in the water. So you're going to see that in this sentence you have four words, four singular words. You're going to see the يعيش السمك في الماء. يعيش السمك في الماء. You can see how many words there? We have four. We have the يعيش, that's the first one. We have the samak, that's the second one. We have the fi, that's the third one. Then we have the alma, which is the fourth word there in that sentence. Then let's go to the next and the last example given in this page. يكثر النخيل في مصر. يكثر النخيل في مصر. Dates is many in Misr. So we can see that يكثر is a word on its own, and Nakhil is a word on its own, Fi is a word on its own, then last one, which is Misr, is also a word on its own. So this tells us that الجملة المفيدة وتتركب من كلمتين أو من أكثر. A meaningful sentence or الجملة المفيدة can be constructed with two words or more than two words, like the one that we saw in these examples that they give to us here. But let us give us an instance and say Ijilis, Kum, Yaman, Kulita, Kul. We'll say all these words that I mentioned are singular words like Ijilis, sit down, Yaman, stand up, idhak, laugh. Why is that all these words that I mentioned that are singular, why are they making a meaningful sentence or a meaningful statement? Despite that they are one, they are singular. Why? The reason is that we will say ageless, which we understand it perfectly. It gives us an adequate meaning. It gives us an adequate meaning. So we say ageless, you understand what that person is trying to say. Idhak, we understand what that person is trying to say. Despite that he is using just a singular word. So then why such thing happens like that? The reason is that a verb, we have types of verbs. Inshallah ta'ala, now next class we're going to talk about the types of verbs that we have in Arabic language. You have the fi'l madi, which is the past tense, mudari, the present tense, and likewise you have the last one is the command tense. So the command tense is the one that is used, it is one used to command somebody to do something, like ageless, sit down. So that's one it comprises two words. Despite that you're saying one word, but it has two what? Two words in it. For instance, we say ageless. Ageless. So ageless is one word, but there's a hidden verb. There's a hidden word that they didn't bring up, they didn't show us, they kept it, they made the takdir, they didn't let us to see it. But when we are trying to do the grammatical analysis, we are going to see that there is two words there. Then what is the second word there? The second word is anta. That means each list anta. You sit down. So that anta is being removed. Likewise, if you are talking about, if you are talking to a girl or to a woman, again, it's ageless. So what is being omitted? Anti has been omitted. I think you understand. Anti has been what? Has been omitted. When I say kiyaman or kum, that means they are eating a particular word. Which word is that? That is anta. So when we see a singular word like that, and it gives us a command meaning, so let us know that we should know that this word or this verb comprises two words. So the easy one and the one that is not easy. So Bismillah ta'ala, in our next class, we are going to talk more about uh Bismillah ta'ala al jumla, the uh, types of sentences that we have in Arabic grammar. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.